All right, welcome to another 10 at 10 for 10 training and leadership development. Today, I want to talk to you guys about strategy in going into the $100 pool when it opens up. So when we open it up, it's going to be a brand new pool. And I really think we're going to be able to open it up July of this year, 2024. I think we're going to be able to open it up very, very soon. I think we've got at least 100 people that are, close to or pretty much ready to go ahead and enter into the $100 pool, and that's all it's going to take for us to justify opening it. But let me tell you about a strategy, because people play different scenarios in their head, how they want to build a team, okay, and how they want to move along from one pool to the next. Well, when at this stage in the game, okay, where we're basically what you call early adoption, okay, we're what the phase we're in. The label we'll put on it is early adoption into pool funding. The best strategy is to go wide, not deep. Okay, I've seen several experiments of going deep, and most of them are not doing too well at all. Okay, so what am I talking about here? Going wide, going deep. What the heck is he talking about? All right, what I'm talking about is, how we deal with our personal referrals and the team that develops below them. Okay. Let's face it, guys, we're not all cut from the same cloth when it comes to the gift of gab, the ability to gather people and get them to agree to join something, or something you might refer to as recruiting. We're not all cut from the same cloth, we aren't. Some of us are powerful, some of us are not. That's being nice, okay? And so, and I know those of us that find ourselves in the powerful category, we want those that are not to also have a chance. I get it. I totally get it. Okay. But let's face it, to compensate for those that don't have the gift, or they don't have that strong experience of being able to build teams or like before, we offer 7 days a week training. Okay. We also offer this AI thing. It's going to be awesome. It's just starting out. Okay. There's going to be a new thing coming up very, very soon. You'll be able to buy your referrals on a matching service. It's going to be like a dating site. Instead of boys and girls, you'll have like, over here's the referrals and over here's the sponsors, and they go meet each other and then connect. That's coming up. So I believe it's just going to get easier and easier for those even that fall in the category of not being able to be that great at recruiting. But here's the deal, guys. I've referred to having sunblock. If you're not experienced at applying sunblock on your team in the $10 pool, you're probably going to have a heck of a time in the $100 pool. Because if you want to succeed in the $100 pool, you're going to need plenty of sunblock. And if you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, go to our YouTube channel and look for the video where the guy's putting sunblock on his shoulder. You can see the image of it. And it's, all sponsors have sunblock. Okay. So look what I'm talking about. You're going, and to me, that's why going wide makes more sense than going deep, because you put certain limitations on yourself. Like, I'm only going to have 4 people, and each of them are only going to have 2 or 4 people, and each of those below them are only going to have 2 to 4 people, right? And you're so consumed by the idea of making sure everybody deep has got 2 to 4 people. Okay. When we have a system that everybody has access to, they can plug in for training, and they can plug in for getting access to all the different third-party offers and stuff that can help them develop their own little team. But if you, as maybe a leader, or as someone that's got power to build teams, power to recruit, power to do those things, and you're looking to this, I'm going to feed my team. Okay. I don't think that strategy will work in the early adoption phase. Okay. I think it's going to backfire, and backfire again. Okay. Not only are the people that you're trying to help not going to appreciate it, really, they're not going to understand it. Okay. They're not. And so you're better off, if you can recruit and build, then recruit and build as wide as you can. Build 15 people, 20 people, 100 people, direct to yourself. Okay. Now that might sound selfish, but that puts you in a position of having plenty of sunblock for all of those people, because some of them might struggle. And if you get them through the qualifying period, you can just maintain them, until they get their people lined up. You're going to need sunblock. Okay. And plenty of it in order to succeed in the $100 pool. Same thing will be true in the $1,000 pool. You should be gaining that experience now in the $10 pool. Okay. Especially with people coming from the $1 pool up into the $10 pool, you should be seeing some of this opportunity to gain. And let's face it, some of these people's operating budgets, in a matter of weeks, they go down to zero. If you don't have any sunblock, then they're like making a choice. Should I just quit or what? I'm not really good at recruiting. And what do I do? If you give them some, I've carried people with sunblock for 4 or 5 months. Okay. Every day, taking care of them. But if you don't have any sunblock to offer, then there you go. But eventually, those people that you're using the sunblock on, what you're doing for them is giving them time to gel, time to get with it, and eventually they get solid. And eventually, that direct referral to yourself, okay, will get to the point where someday they're sending you $1,000 a day, every day, and it's worth all that sunblock you might have applied in the early stages. Okay. So my recommendation, there's no enforcement here. There's plenty of experimentation going on. It's allowed. Okay. But listen, my recommendation to all of you that have power and strength when it comes to team building, when it comes to, getting people to join a team or recruiting or whatever you want to label that, if you got that kind of power, lead by example. Show just how big and how much money can be made to all the other people, okay, that are part of pool funding. They'll be more impressed by that than by you giving them people, giving it away, as it were, right? They'll be more impressed by that, and they'll want to follow your example, right? And they'll honor and respect you probably more than they would just by if you pass someone along to them. It's really disappointing to see how you pass somebody to somebody, and then they don't even appreciate it, and then they're mad at you that you didn't take care of that person that you passed on to them. Like, well, that's your job. You're the sponsor of that person now, right? And there's all that confusion. So consider this, as my experience in team building, that I know that going wide is powerful, and going deep, if you put too much energy into that, it's going to collapse like a house of cards. And then you're going to get mad at somebody. And the person you need to get mad at is the one looking back at you in the mirror. Okay. If you build something like that, okay, you're not following my recommendation. All right. So there you go. It's a strategy session. Take it or leave it. Doesn't really matter to me. You guys do what's going to work best for you. You each are independent. You have your own minds. You have your own ways. And some of you need to just, create these experiments just so you know for yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm okay with that. But just realize that when things don't work out like you thought, and you weren't following my advice, okay, take it for what it's worth. I hope that was a good lesson for you guys today. Would anybody like to give me some feedback on that before I close out this training session? What are your thoughts on this?
Good feedback. I agree 100%. Build wide, not deep. Some of them will be bricks that you're building under you, and those bricks are going to be strong, and they'll build with bricks. If you're helping by going deep and helping your people get their own people, those are weak links. Just educate them on how to help themselves. Teach them how to fish. If you're helping those people get their people, those are weak legs, and they'll end up disappearing and coming right back up under you and dropping out. So yeah, I love that advice. I think it's perfect.
Corey, you're a team builder too?
Yeah, I'd like to say so.
Okay, very good.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of you and your team, so I was just I know you're a team builder, right? And even in conventional ways, you're a team builder. And listen, guys, there's a principle that I go by. It's called support the strong, train the weak. Okay. And when the weak aren't willing to be trained, let them go. it's like you set them free. If they come back to you, it's meant to be, right? That's what you do with the week. You know, you let them, do what they want, and you invite them to come in, but don't have expectations, right? But the strong, let me tell you something, whatever you take for granted, you're bound to lose. Would you agree with me, Corey? Whatever you take for granted, you're bound to lose.
100%. It's
Support
great advice. I
the
love it.
strong. Support. So you see strength in our community, make sure you're coming to those kind of leaders and saying, hey, is there anything I can do for you, to support your efforts? We want you to be here a long time, helping this community to be better, bigger and better and stronger. Support the strong. Because when you support the weak, you're sending the wrong message. You're sending a message of entitlement. And there's nothing about wealth and entitlement. Those pairs are not married, okay? There's no marriage between entitlement and wealth. Sorry, guys, to disappoint some of you that might think so. You can't marry entitlement with wealth. They don't belong to each other. All right, guys? All right, guys, that's it. I hope you guys got a good training today. And those of you that came here live, there's almost 60 of you here today live. That's great. We're growing. We're heading up towards 100. I'm looking forward to getting to 100. If you're catching us on YouTube, hope you found the content valuable. If you did, please give us a like and also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on anything. And we love positive comments. And all of you that are showing up live, I'm really hoping you guys will go to the YouTube channel and be sure to put positive comments on everything there, because we got plenty of new people coming in looking at what we're doing. And your positive comments will actually make a bigger impact than the content of the video, believe it or not. More people pay attention to comments than they do the video itself. So put yourself out there. You have a voice. Let's make sure we get our voices out there. All of us are part of a big choir here. All right, thank you all, and bye for now. We can all unmute now and say bye for now. Hasta
Yes, I have a quick
luego.
Support the
question for
strong.
Corey.
Thanks, Ace.
Oh, bye for
I'll
now.
answer the question after.
Have a great night,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Corey,
Thank you, Ace.